Hey guys, welcome back to Bear Mountain Builds. I'm Zach, and today we are building a really big and massive staircase for the new loft. So last video, we laminated our posts, laminated our big headers, got our ledger board up with the supports, and then got this whole structure rock solid. Now we're just gonna keep building on top of that, and we're gonna put our joists in. So usually for joists, you do 16 inches on center, but I want this loft to be big and beefy, so we're gonna be doing 12-inch on center joists made out of 2x6s, so let's get started. I'm starting off with going along and marking the center line for each joist. I'm using the same process for hanging the joists with 2x6 joist hangers and number 10 2.5-inch structural screws that I showed in detail in my previous video, so check it out if you want to learn more. I also recommend bringing in a pair of hands to make the process go a lot faster. With all the joists in, I moved on to installing blocking down the center using number 10 3.1/8-inch structural screws. Alright, so we got our blocking in on this side and on this side, and it's looking really good, and it is rock solid still. But now we're going to connect our two platforms together with a landing that's going to be about 5 feet deep, and our staircase is going to lead all the way up to that, and it's going to be supported with our two remaining big and beefy posts. But first, I want this header to match the same headers that are on the front, which means we got more laminating to do. There's a lot of planing and laminating in this video, so I'm going to show you the process now, then skip through it a bit faster later because it gets a little redundant. So I'm starting off planing a 10-foot 2x10 on one side to prep a good gluing surface and crisp up the edges. With the board planed, I'm cutting it in half and then laminating the two halves together. I'm making sure I've got complete glue coverage using my glue roller and clamping the two boards together with the cauls I made and some trigger clamps. With the glue dry, I'm running the header through my table saw and miter saw to make some nice, crisp, and square edges. I'm making sure the stair header is the same height as my headers that I made in the last video. Before I can put up my header, I gotta put up my posts. I'm using my same process from before of drilling a hole in the concrete after checking for rebar, dropping in my anchor, and cranking down the post mount. I'm clamping on some 2x4 guards to the top of each post to prevent accidentally crushing my skull, but more importantly, damaging my header. My header fits snugly between the two joists, but the load will be carried by the two posts. I'm mounting the stair header using the same brackets and process as the main headers. I'm tying the header into the joist using number 10 3.1/8-inch structural screws, but before I lock it down, I'm making sure my posts are perfectly vertical. With the header pinned in place, it's time to really lock it down by tying it back to the wall with 4 12-inch on center joists. With the header completely locked down, I want to cover up both joists on either side and give all the headers a really cool continuous look. So I'm taking 2 8-foot 2x10 boards, planing them down to 1 1/4 inches and cutting them to length. The joist hangers stick out a bit, so I routed a knockout on the board to fit around the hangers. These are just fascia boards and it will not take any load, so I'm only attaching them using several number 10 2.5-inch structural screws from the back side so they won't show. Alright, the header for the staircase is in and it is rock solid. Now, I'm really loving the look of the loft. The platform is done. We have a really great transition from these front headers into these fascia boards to cover up those joists and into the back header for the staircase. But as you can tell, we're missing a staircase right now, and this is a big and beefy loft, which means we need an equally big and beefy staircase. Now, at this point, when you hear me say big and beefy, you're probably already thinking laminating, and you are correct. We have 4 16-foot 2x12s that we're going to be laminating into 2 different stringers that are going to be making up our big and beefy staircase. So it's time to do some more planing and lamination. You might notice I'm using a different planer because my 25-year-old rigid planer was just having a tougher time moving the pure weight of the board through it. These boards are construction lumber and they're really long, so they aren't perfectly straight. I use my trigger clamps to align a section together and crank it down with a caul to compress it and pin it in place, and then I moved on to the next section. That way, when they're done laminating, they are perfectly straight. After laminating and planing, it's time to start cutting out the steps. I'm using a carpenter square and a set of stair gauges. These set my rise of 7 1/16 inch and run of 10 inches for each step. I just run these gauges along the edge of the board and draw the same step every single time. This setup really does make laying out stringers super easy. You only have to do this process once. Once you have one full stringer cut out, you can just use it as a template and trace it onto the next board. With all the steps drawn out, I'm using the same step jig to draw an offset line for my saw guide that will be perfectly parallel to my cut line. To make this cut, I'm using a 10-inch circular saw and cutting just up to the corner of the step. I repeated this process for all the steps and made a complete cut at the top and bottom of the stringer. After all the steps were cut out with the circular saw, I came back with a pull saw to finish the cut to the corner. How you get your values for the rise and run of each step is relatively simple, but I won't be going into it now because there are several great videos out there that already cover this concept. All right, we got both of our stringers all cut out. They're looking super good, and of course, big and beefy. But now it's time to take these over to the loft, and we're gonna do some fine tuning for our top and bottom steps. I positioned both stringers into place, then adjusted slightly to get the steps level. I placed a sample block that's 2.5 inches thick to simulate the top step, and a small 3/4 inch piece of plywood to simulate the floor, then measured the distance from the top of the plywood to the top of the step. This is how much I need to cut off the bottom of the stringers. In this case, it was about 1 5/8 inches. With the stringers cut to final size, all that's left is to drill pocket holes on the inside to mount the steps. I set my jig to its largest setting of 1.5 inches. The stringers are now ready to be mounted. I used my sample floor and step pieces to set the correct height for the stringers, then drew a couple lines to mark where I wanted to mount my stringer hanger. I mounted the hanger to the header using number 10 2.5 inch structural screws. Then put the stringer back in place and finished attaching the hanger. These hangers aren't big and beefy enough for me, so I ran 2 1/2 inch 6 inch long lag screws through the backside of the header and into the stringer. I also need to anchor the base of the stringer, so I'm using the same corner bracket I used on my posts, but I had to drill a hole for my 1/2 inch concrete anchor and mounted it to the inside of my stringer. Additionally, I placed some high density rubber beneath the stringers to get some separation from the concrete. All right, we got our stringers in. They are looking really good and they are rock solid. Now, our next step is steps, which means more lamination and planing. I'm making these steps out of 10-foot 2x12s, where one board makes one step, and I need 14 steps. The whole process was planing, laminating, planing again to 2.5 inches thick, cutting the boards in half, trimming the sides and cutting the width to 11 inches on the table saw, and finally cutting the steps to 52 inches long on the miter saw. Needless to say, this took a while, so here's multiple days worth of work in 52 seconds. All right, after a lot of planing and cutting, we possibly have the world's biggest and beefiest stairs ever. Now it's time to get these up on our stringers, and we're going to be mounting them with some pocket screws. I cut a spacer to center the step on the stringers, clamped each step in place, then attached them using 4 3.1/8 inch structural screws. With that, these stairs are done. All right, the staircase is done. It looks so good. It is rock solid. It's big and beefy. It's looking really good with the rest of the loft. This whole project has really come together so well. Now, for our next video, we're going to be putting in our flooring, and we have some really cool black steel railings from Musada that we're going to be installing. So stay tuned for that. Now, as always, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my future videos. If you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, please hit the like button. It helps me out a ton, and I really do appreciate it. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the build. I read all your guys' comments. They really mean a lot to me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.